Rachel Beasley with That Fit Team. It is 2023, and we've just gone through a pretty significant market change. I've helped hundreds of buyers get their dream home over the past 13, 15 years. So I know how scary it is and how exciting it can get when you find that home. What do you do next? Well, it's my job to help you get that dream home and get that offer accepted. So here's 4 tips on what we can do together. Tip number 1, have your agent, hopefully that's me, get a good idea from the listing agent how competitive it is for this particular home that you want to place an offer on. If there's a lot of showings, then you're going to want to come in pretty strong and make sure that you know what the list prices versus what the sales prices of homes are going for in the area. It's also what other agents are going to do when they're representing buyers. So if you know the data, you can make a really good decision and maybe just come a little bit higher or make sure those terms are better in your offer. And we will talk about that when we strategize when it's time to write that offer. But right now, inventory is still low. There's still a chance for multiple offers, especially in the springtime for a highly sought out community. So the flip side of that is maybe you're looking at a home that hasn't had a whole lot of showings, and maybe the listing agent seems a little desperate for an offer or for more showings. And in that case, you can certainly look at the market, look at the data, and come in at a sales price that you think is fair. The nationwide housing market is projecting that homes are not going to fly off the shelf very quickly at major discounts. And we're not really going to see inflated contract prices, $40,000 and $50,000 over asking price either. We're coming into a more stable market, but we still have low inventory. So that does mean there's more buyers out there competing for the homes that are on the market. So make sure that you're strategizing well with your agent and know the market that you want to put an offer on. Bonus tip here, make sure that you're searching homes in the price range that you're comfortable with a monthly payment. Talk to your loan officer. Number 2, make sure you've offered a competitive price, but also competitive terms that may be appealing to the seller. Ask your agent to find out if there's multiple offers before you even write that offer. Find out what the ideal closing date would be for the seller. Maybe skip the closing cost or be willing to negotiate that. Does the seller need to rent back? There's a lot of questions that your agent, or hopefully me, can ask the listing agent to get a good feel for what would be ideal for the seller, which would mean the terms would be best for the seller, and they would probably go for your offer over another one. You're gonna wanna make sure that your offer is competitive price and in terms, basically. Number 3, put down a large deposit, meaning your earnest money deposit. This is what you put down with your contract. It's kind of standard, or actually I should say 3 years ago, it was standard for $500 and $1,000 to be that earnest money deposit that goes into escrow with your contract ratification. Well, now I highly suggest that you come in higher than that if you have the funds and you can afford it. The money goes into escrow and it's credited to you at closing when the time comes. So putting a larger amount in escrow really does give the seller some warm and fuzzies. One, you have the funds and you have the capability to buy the house that you are putting an offer on. 2, you're putting $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, maybe $5,000 down, depending on, of course, the sales price of the home. If you're looking in the $1 million market, it might need to be more like $10,000. But whatever it is, you can strategize with your real estate agent about that and decide what is going to show that seller you are not just willing to buy this house, but you are capable and excited and totally bought in. Tip number 4, have your agent verify the taxes, the real estate taxes, and approximate insurance payments on this particular home. And then go to your lender and get an estimated monthly payment, including taxes and insurance, that will be a lot more accurate for this specific house. And then you can let the seller know that you've done your homework. You know exactly, maybe minus a couple of dollars here and there from your loan officer, what your monthly payment is. You're comfortable with it and you really want to move forward on their home. The last thing the seller wants to find out is, oh, you put an offer on their house, they have another offer that they're looking at and considering. They take your offer, they accept your offer, and then you come back after talking to your loan officer and you're like, hey, this house is too expensive for us. We're gonna look in a different price range and we don't want to move forward anymore. Well, that's something the seller wants to avoid. You can give the seller confidence by letting them know you've done your homework. You know exactly, minus a few dollars here and there, what your monthly payment's going to be. You're ready for it, you're good with it, and you can't wait to close on that house. And that will help you get your offer accepted. Now there's a lot more tips that we could go through, and when I'm your real estate agent, we'll go through all these things. Every contract, every home, every buyer, every seller has a different story, has different goals, have different things in mind. And so we take all of those things to account when we are helping our buyers write an offer. So I can't wait to work with you. Please give us a call, message below, let us know how we can help you. And I can't wait to do a buyer consultation with you and help you get started with your next home purchase. I'm Rachel Beasley with FIT Team. We'll see you next time.